Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check three.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Elliott running right, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the... Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Exit.
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. They'll set up to throw. And able to find Green. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Back to throw here. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. They'll look to throw.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Zeke Elliott, of course, was a college star in this Buckeye State, and filing into the stadium earlier, a lot of fans had on his old college jersey. In fact, he told us that he had over 100 friends and family that were going to be in attendance here for this one. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, He missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back.
Well, that's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Hayward!
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get up! Mike 56! Mike 56!
Mike! Go!
They'll set up a throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Down. 18 Gator. Check. Watch 54. Bring it.
Second and 10. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
One, Omaha.
On second down, it's Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
52.
On third down, Elliott. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I got you.
On first down, Garoppolo. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
21.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. Brings up a third down.
And the Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Mike 56. Mike 50.
On the snap.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, lock it. Hey, exit.
2nd and 14. And he's going to go down again. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
56. Check 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey.
Spike 56. Hey, pick your game up.
Get ready.
They'll look to throw here. Going up top. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go. 180.
Right there in the middle. 55. Go.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
21. Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
I
got you.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mostert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go to Elliott again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Here we go.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, gun.
This is Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Check, butts it.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can... They get the other 3 here on 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Man, I got you. Check.
They'll try and run for it without it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
That's it. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Smooth. Yo, go. Go.
Now back to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mixon with a first down carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but, you know, the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll try and wind down some clock here with Anderson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Rock it. What?
Check hot route.
Look, squeeze.
Check 50.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And down he goes goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
It's a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Tight on.
A first down carry by Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Here we go.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. Black 80!
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Here's Elliott. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
56 to mark, boys. 56.
He'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Now!
Mike 56.
Back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Look at me. Zipper.
56.
Ready?
Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Here we go. 180.
Brings up second and 11. At the 37-yard line.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they take a knee.
Garoppolo on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up fourth down. Today.